Welcome back to the deep dive. Really excited about today. We're doing something a bit different this time. It's less about one specific topic from a book and more about, well, the journey of knowledge itself. And we're exploring this through a particular digital file we were given.
Yeah, the source is a PDF. It's called Obeah, Witchcraft in the West Indies by Hesketh Bell.pdf. Now, the title itself is intriguing. Sure, Obeah, Witchcraft, West Indies. But the real deep dive today, the thing we want to get into, is how we even have this file. How did this book make its way to us digitally? What does that whole process tell us?
That's exactly it. This file, it's actually a perfect window into this enormous undertaking. We're talking about a digital copy of a book that, sat on library shelves for ages, generations maybe, and then it was preserved, carefully scanned by Google as part of their huge project, their goal, to make the world's books discoverable online. Just think about the scale of that for a second.
Wow. So taking these physical objects, these old books, and turning them into something you can search instantly online. It's more than just like taking a picture of the page, isn't it? Oh, much more. And a key part of this specific book story is that it survived long enough for its copyright to expire. It's entered the public domain.
Public domain, meaning it belongs to everyone, essentially. No modern copyright strings attached.
Precisely. It becomes part of our collective human heritage. Free to access, at least in theory. These aren't just old books. They're like historical windows. They offer so much insight, history, culture that might otherwise be really hard to find.
And it's not just finding them, it's using them in new ways, right?
Exactly. The digitization process often uses something called OCR, optical character recognition. That's the tech that turns the image of the text into actual searchable, machine-readable data. It seems technical, maybe a bit dry, but it's revolutionary. It allows you to search ideas from centuries ago instantly. It even enables whole new fields like computational analysis of literature.
That's incredible. And there's something else mentioned in the source material about this specific file. Something about marks.
Ah, yes, the marginalia.
Marginalia. Right. The notes say marks, notations, and other marginalia present in the original volume will appear in this file. So the little scribbles, maybe notes or drawings that previous readers left in the physical book's margins, they're still there in the PDF.
Sometimes, yes. It depends on the scan quality and the original copy. But when they are there, it's amazing. It's a literal reminder of the book's journey. From the publisher to a library, maybe through several readers' hands.
And then scanned, digitized, and now sitting here on our screens. It's like seeing fingerprints of time.
I have to admit, before looking into this, I just sort of took digital books for granted. Click link, read book. It's kind of wild to think about all the history and human effort packed into a single PDF.
It really is. And it highlights the often invisible labor involved. Google positions itself here as a caretaker, partnering with libraries. They state these public domain books belong to the public.
They're just looking after them, digitally speaking.
Right. But they also point out quite clearly that this digitization work is expensive.
Yeah.
Very expensive. So there are usage guidelines. Okay. What sort of guidelines?
Things like, it's generally intended for non-commercial use. You shouldn't bombard their systems with automated queries. You need to keep their attribution, the Google watermark, and metadata. And crucially, you are responsible for making sure your use is actually legal.
Wait, so even if it's public domain in, say, the U.S., where the book was scanned?
It might still be under copyright somewhere else in the world. Copyright law varies significantly country by country.
That seems complicated. Google makes it accessible, but then puts the legal onus entirely on the user. Does that create barriers? I mean, for researchers or maybe small startups wanting to use this data, it feels like it could limit that universally accessible idea a bit.
It definitely highlights the complexities. Google's stated mission is broad, organize the world's information, make it universally accessible and useful. They are a massive force in this. But being the caretaker involves setting boundaries. It's this constant balance, between providing mass access and managing the huge costs and legal intricacies.
So this specific book, the Obeah Witchcraft one, it's a great example because it's probably quite niche, right? Content from a specific time and place.
Exactly. A text like that might have been incredibly hard to access before digitization. Its journey to being a searchable PDF really shows how these obscure or specialized texts can suddenly become globally discoverable.
So wrapping things up, the big takeaway seems to be the incredible, often hidden effort that goes into digitizing these old public domain books. They really do become gateways to the past, accessible in ways unimaginable before.
Absolutely. And those potential marginalia, the marks left behind, They're a tangible link to the book's physical life, its history.
A silent testament to past readers, yeah.
And it leads to a bigger point. Understanding how we get our information, the journey it takes, is becoming just as important as the information itself. It pushes us to think more critically about sources, about the platforms delivering them, like Google Books in this case.
Right, don't just consume, understand the context.
Precisely. So maybe a thought to leave everyone with is this. Given how much knowledge is now digitized, seemingly free, what responsibility do we, as users, have? A responsibility to understand its origins, its journey, the terms under which we're accessing it. Think about the other information you use every day. What hidden journeys did it take before it reached you?
That's a deep question. Definitely something to chew on. Keep asking those questions. Keep diving deep yourself. We'll catch you on the next one.